Hello, this is Jennifer from Paper This and That. I've come with you with a different type of project today. Typically you see me making cards, or once in a while I'll do a scrapbook layout, which I haven't done in quite a while. Today I am going to be doing this cute gift box. The only cutting involved is the belly band, and it could be any width you want. Mine is 1.5 inches and just 10 inches long. So you need a 10-inch long piece of paper by whatever width you want, whatever kind of embellishment you want, and one 12 by 12 piece of what, well, close to my heart calls it B&T, background and texture paper. And this is a good way to use your stash. If you're like me, I have a bunch of bulk papers. Some of them are retired. This paper pack, you might recognize, some of you, especially some of you consultants that's been in the business for a while. This came out, I think it was last May. This was the Taste of Summer paper collection. I still have 2 packs of paper left. Two minus maybe 2 or 3 sheets. But I have a couple packs left, and I thought this would be a good way of using some of it. And this is to decorate my belly band. I used the zip strip from it. The belly band comes off, and this opens up, and there you have your little box to put your, well, you could put jewelry in it, you could put treats in it, whatever, and it actually will store flat. You could flatten this out, put it in a drawer, and when you're ready to use it, you can pull it back out. If you don't have a belly band already, just make your belly band real quick. And you're pretty much ready to go. And just slide your belly band back on. This was the first box that I made. I actually found this on this idea on YouTube by somebody else, from a Stamp It Up demonstrator, actually. I think the video was recorded a couple years ago, and I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to try this myself. So I made that one, and then I started to record this video before, and I goofed up on the box. So this is take 2. Oh, plus I got interrupted by a telephone call. Anyhow, the paper that I'm using is from the Zoe collection. This is the side that I'm going to score on. Whatever side that you want for the outside, that's the side that you want down on your scoreboard. And the inside of the box facing up. I haven't really figured out directional paper with this box. Like I said, this is actually going to be my second attempt at making this box. Third attempt. Second attempt was a flop. But we're going to try this again. Somehow I either got my score lines messed up or something. And the belly band that I'm using for this box is all sorbet, and this was a zip strip from that other, one of the other papers of the Zoe pack. You could use ribbon, you can use whatever you want to decorate these. Anyhow, without further ado, on one of the sides, you're going to make 3 score lines. It's 1.5. Okay, make sure I get in the 1.5 slot. Make sure I do this right this time. Okay, then the next one is at 3 inches. Next one's going to be 3 3/4. Okay. Then you're going to turn it 180 degrees to score the other side. You still want your score lines to be going this way. So again, at 1.5, at 3 inches. And 3 3/4. Then you turn it 90 degrees. Now your first score lines are going this way, so you're going to be scoring on this side and down on this side. So the next score lines are at 3 inches on this side. And then at 4 1/2. Okay, turn it 180 to do the other side. Again, 3 inches. And 4 1/2. Okay, leave it this way up. Don't go turning it. Leave it right here. And you're done with your score board for now. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do some folding. What we're going to do is we're going to take each corner, and over here, this score line here, this is the 4 1/2 inch score line. Okay, you're going to fold it over to that 4 1/2 inch score mark. And you want it to run along that score line. And you're going to do that with all 4 corners. Go to that 4 inch score line. I need to learn to pick better paper that the score lines show up on. It's hard to see them on this paper. I actually had to feel for it. Okay, there's my score line. Okay. Now, you've got all those scored, right? And the next thing you want to do is, okay, you've got 4 sides here. One of them, their first score line is clear over here. These ones, you have shorter score lines, starting right here. Okay, where you have these several score marks, that's where you want to fold on the first score line. And flip it around. Score on that first score mark. This is where I messed up on the last video take, because somehow I scored wrong. I ended up with a score line in here somehow, and something didn't go right. Okay, now this next part is a little bit tricky. I am going to actually try to zoom in for this. And I know I'm not going to be as good as the one lady that did this. She got her video done in like just a little over 10 minutes. This ain't going to be a little over 10 minutes. Anyhow, what you have to do with each corner, open this up. You see where this score line is, where this little crease is here. Bring that up. Okay, you bring that out. And you end up with this triangle standing straight up. Then you fold it towards the outside. Or you lay it down towards the outside to make it lay flat. And you do this with all of the corners. You bring them up like this and lay them down flat. I hope you're following me on that. Where you get your little triangle and then you lay it towards the outside. So the outside edge actually matches up with the outside edge of the paper. So what you end up with is you end up with these, all these going across like that. Okay. Then at this point, you want to go ahead and reinforce all your folds. Okay. On all sides. Just fold over on each one to reinforce it. And make sure everything is nice and crisp. So you've got two there. We've got two more here on opposite side. And then two more on this side. Okay. And then you've got this one here. And you've got this one all the way up here. You want to enforce all of these. Okay. You want all nice crisp folds. Hopefully I'm still in frame. I'm going to zoom out again. Oop, wrong way. Trying to get used to this camera setup. This is actually, you're used to seeing me from like right over my head. I've got my little table candle camera stand. It's a clamp stand that I am using at my kitchen table today instead of being in my craft room. Just enjoying the sunshine out here. Okay, once you have done that, okay, then I'm going to make sure I figure this part out correctly. And it doesn't fold that way. Folds this way, right? Yep. This is where I messed up before because these are the long pieces. You want these to be straight up, okay? Put these where you have a fold here and you have a long strip here. Same down here. That's the side. You want the sides you just folded over, you want them to stay on the sides. Okay. Then, because then we're going to end up folding over like this. Okay, so what I do, this is not necessary, but otherwise your box kind of flops open a little bit too much. But I saw this on this other lady on this video did this too. Put between these two score lines, put a couple rows of score tape. You want a strong adhesive for this. That's why I couldn't even take that other box apart and try to straighten it out, because the score tape's so strong I couldn't get it apart without ripping the paper. And I mean, I had to pull at it and it ripped. So, down. Okay, okay. Then up here, yeah, it's these two score lines. I am hoping I'm putting the tape in the right place. Otherwise, you know what? I really don't want to do a take 3. So if I do this, okay. Yep, I think this is right. So I put the score tape on this side before and it was not correct. Okay. So we're going to take off this last backing. Is going to give me issues. There we go. Okay. Then this side that you have this folded on, the furthest fold to the center, you're going to fold it over just like that. And you're going to do this to the other side also. Now, that folded state where you put everything away, this is the state that you would actually store it in, or how it stores flat. Okay, now, how do you open this? You kind of have to work it a little bit. Get your bone folder in there. You'll see when you start doing this. You flatten out these one pieces in here. Bottom part of these triangles. And your box will ultimately come up just like this. Okay. And then it closes up. And then you just kind of want to play with it a little bit here. You know, make sure everything is, you may want to go around and check all your creases. You know, you want it good and solid. Nice crisp creases you want. Okay, and your box is done. Then how to do the belly band. Okay, this is, I saw this on that YouTube channel also. Instead of pre-scoring, kind of center your belly band around your box, okay, and kind of put like little tiny creases just like that. Then you could come back and enforce these folds. And then you want to put a strip of score tape on the end. Just like that. Okay, get your box. Wrap your belly band around. You want to be loose enough that it'll slip right off. There. There's my belly band. It'll come off and it'll go right back on, and it's not too tight, but it keeps the box closed. Then what I did, like on here with the sentiment. I seem to have lost my other sentiment. But These were cut off. This came from the artistry cartridge, and the stamp came from the artistry cartridge. The hearts came from another stamp set. But I had these shapes pre-cut, but they were on White Daisy. I did not want them to be stark white. So what I did is I took a sponge and I sponged ink on it. Excuse me for 1 second. It's not there. This is going to ball. Oh, there it is. And this one, I sponged it with Sweet Leaf. And then I stamped it with Not Fern Toppertree ink, colored ink. And the outside was Thistle to match the paper. This one, I sponged the background with champagne, I think it was. Well, I don't think it was bamboo. I think it was champagne. It was stamped with slate. And what I did is I just took a piece of I used a skinnier. I just took a small piece of our foam tape. Put it on the back. And there we have our gift box. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been going on 22 minutes. And by the time I put my intro, it's going to be a little bit longer. But there you have it. Thanks for watching.